So what we're going to do now is, it's a fun mental exercise. We're going to talk about shifting. How do we actually shift full time into this thing called emotional engagement or employee engagement? And to help you demonstrate why this is sometimes challenging, I'm going to ask everybody to stand up for a second. All right, here's what I'd like you to do. Without whacking the person in front of you, I would like you to simply put your arms out to the side and then bring them in front of you and cross them. And I would like you to look to see which arm is on top. Is it your left arm or right arm? Okay. Now put them down to your sides. Bring them up again real quickly. Fold them. Same arm on top. Okay. According to the researchers at McKinsey, those of you with your right arms on top, you tend to excel in the romance department. No switching arms. No switching arms. Now, try to switch them. Go ahead, switch them the other way. How does that feel? Does it feel awkward? It kind of feels like you're crossing somebody else's arm. So, and why does it feel awkward? Because it's not how I do things, okay? Now, put your arms down again. This time I'd like you to put your arms out in front of you. I'd like you to clasp your fingers, okay? And I'd like you to notice which thumb is on top. Down by your sides. Again, up real quickly. Same thumb on top. Switch them. How's it feel? Very, very weird. Go back to the right way. This is the right way, right? I bet you'd like to know what the thumbs mean, huh? Those of you with your left thumbs on top, according to the researchers, again, tend to be very analytical, highly intelligent, and sometimes accused of being skeptical, overly skeptical. While those of you with your right thumbs on top tend to be very warm, very loving, very empathetic, and regrettably very gullible. In fact, it is those of you with your right thumbs on top that believe the whole bit about the right arm on top also. Please sit down. The point is that no matter how good we're doing or not doing, we can always do a better job of creating the environment that allows and permits people to engage. And here's where that has to start. Communicating we value you, which is really what this is all about, it begins with what we call shifting agendas. See, there's a problem, and I'll go back to my friend Teresa Wellborn, because she had a quote that I thought was just so prescient. She said that whether you're a people person or not, if you're not regularly engaging your associates in dialogue about the things that matter most to them, you're not doing your job. We come to work as leaders almost every single day, and we know what we need to get done, and we know what our people need to get done, right? But how often do we step back and say, gosh, I wonder what they need from me? In fact, in organizations with consistently high engagement levels, what you'll typically find is this whole, you've heard the term servant leadership, right? In those organizations, leaders' agendas are to figure out how are we resources to everybody else in the organization. As a supervisor, as a manager, as the chief administrator for a hospital, my job is not to get you to respect me more. It's upside down from that. In fact, what I want to do as a leader, my top priority has to be to help everybody below me feel more capable, more competent, more respected, and more valued. That's my job. And I can only do that by making you, people who work for me, my agenda.